Welcome to today's live energy healing. I think I might do this maybe even daily. Just come on in my morning, which is Germany time, so it's like Central European time. I know that's not the best for the U.S. time zones, but if you're up late in the evening or early in the morning, maybe it actually is great. So today, this energy healing is on supporting your manifestation. And with manifestation, if you engage with this, whether you're law of attraction, law of assumption, I'm more on the side of law of assumption. I feel like it's more empowering. That you don't need Reiki, right, to like make your manifestation happen. And I know that one of the things we can be manifesting is our ability to receive. And so today, this is kind of that, where you are allowing yourself to receive from someone who's offering something to you. And that in of itself is a part of manifestation, right? We're allowing ourselves to actually embody and be and receive the fact that we are these things. So, so yeah, it's not required, but if it's helpful, why not? No. Okay, sorry. Since this is live, there might be little things that I say or do during the session because I'm interacting if someone shows up live. So just know if something random's happening, it's because I'm live currently, even if you're watching the replay. So yeah, so this is for anything you're manifesting. And really, it's about supporting you and being a master at manifesting. And what that means is that you, a lot of things really, but that you are able to really embody your own sovereignty. That's something I've been playing with a lot, working with a lot, this idea of sovereignty, where you have ownership over your reality, that you are the one that's directing what's happening here. And I feel like there's so much in life and in the world that disempowers us and that makes us doubt ourselves and doubt that we can really create things. I mean, not even on the manifestation side. I think we even get to the point of doubting creating just in general, right? We feel at the effect of everything. And so owning your sovereignty over your reality is really stepping into your own empowerment, is choosing to be the one that no matter what the circumstances saying, I know that I am the one that's creating my reality and I choose. And you keep showing up like that. You keep choosing. So actually, if you want to learn more about sovereignty and like choosing your unique like energetic ability to show up empowered, I have a mini course called Your Energetic Signature. And if you go to, there's on my bio, I don't have the ability to put an actual clickable link yet, but I will at some point. I think I have to have like 1,000 followers first. But if you go, you see, look in the bio, you'll find the link that shows you, that will take you to the course if you want to learn about that. Great. If not, just join me here for this energy healing today. And actually, I see one person has come. You're at the very beginning, so you get the whole session if you would like. Today we're doing Reiki for energy healing to support whatever you are manifesting, whether it be abundance, love, health. It's really about supporting you and knowing that you are the one that can create and you can choose. So if you'd like to put in the chat what it is you specifically are manifesting, I'll be sure to offer energy specifically for that as well. But let us start this session. If you're unfamiliar with Reiki, it is an energy healing practice from Japan, and it is about channeling universal life force energy. So it's not my personal energy, it is the energy from the universe. So as we tune in here, I invite you to maybe get a little relaxed. And if you want to close your eyes or to gaze softly, you're welcome to do so. As you receive this energy, if you'd like to nod your head, offering consent, or just saying, I accept. One of the first things that you can notice about Reiki quite often is that you begin to feel more relaxed, more calm. It's a very gentle, nurturing energy. It supports the nervous system. And that can be one thing that's really helpful, especially initially, as we're working with this energy of supporting your manifestation, is to allow the nervous system to relax. So we can be getting really tense, really scared sometimes, overwhelmed. Because we really want something to show up. Having a desire is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. But as we stand in our power, and we understand ourselves as sovereign beings, we know that we don't have to create from fear. And ultimately, there's truly nothing to be afraid of. So maybe just pulling out any of the fear. Anywhere we're doubting our own power to create. Anywhere we feel like we have to be saved or rescued, which is a form of giving away your power. So that you can remember who you are. And this energy healing is free. You're always welcome to donate if you'd like, not required. The only thing that you need to do is consent to receiving. Especially when we're manifesting something we deeply care about or feels really necessary, our focus can get really narrow. So right now I'm just going to help to expand and relax, because it also helps the nervous system when we're not stressing about that one specific thing. And as you expand and take up more space energetically, that also helps to remind you that you are powerful. You don't have to get small. You're welcome if you want to share in the chat what specifically you're focusing on in your manifestation. I'm happy to send it to you for that. Or you can just receive. I get to a sense that there can be a lot of weighty energy, like feeling really weighed down because we're trying so hard to manifest something and it feels so important. So I also want to lift this heavy energy because it's weighing down, your ability to really embody this and bring it in. So yeah. So this healing today is to remind you that you create your reality. It's to remind you of your power. And also there's a sense of bringing some more playfulness to your manifesting journey. We get so serious, understandably, because we're manifesting things we need, we desire, we've been desiring for a long time. But ultimately, you're an infinite being playing on this earth plane. So what if you let yourself have a little more fun with this? You could even say, what's the most unserious thing I could manifest today? Not to prove anything to yourself, but to actually have fun with this. Actually, I have a few plant friends from the garden that I picked just for this session. We've got a little bit of lavender, which supports relaxation. Also, purple is like a royal energy. It's a royal color, reminds you that you are sovereign. I know that in Reiki we often like to use crystals, and I have a few of those as well. But I feel like everybody's sleeping on the plants. All of nature wants to support us in our healing energy, in our healing work. And speaking of the earth loves to receive energy. So if you are finding yourself really frustrated on this manifestation journey, or something's got you really triggered, but you want to be, moving with different energy from that day, you can sort of discharge energy down into the earth. It receives all energy, it alchemizes all energy. It's not at all bad. It just helps you, and the earth is always there to support you. You can do somatic practices, so working with your body. Your body is one of the most amazing things you've manifested already. I find too it can be really powerful to kind of use metaphors when I'm working with somatic practices. For example, if I'm feeling really stuck, both either mentally or like in life, then I'll do movements that are more fluid, right? It could be dance, it could be just doing like rotations with your core, with your hips. things like that can be really helpful. It brings that energy of fluidity back into your body and your nervous system, which your brain is the central part of that, right? But your whole body is the rest of it. So it helps in all ways. And speaking of crystals, I do have my tiny selenite. Seeing as I'm traveling, I just have little small versions of my crystals. But I might go soon. There's a crystal shop kind of near here. Just gotta take a little train because I'm out in a small town in Germany right now. And I'm really curious. I want to go to this crystal shop, so maybe I'll go and get some more. That'd be fun for these sessions with you guys. But selenite is a really beautiful crystal. It basically like clears your energy. People often use them to clear other crystals, but it also just clears you. Some people put like a selenite wand above their door. That's kind of a beautiful practice. I'm curious if you guys have a favorite crystal. And it's funny that I mentioned, crystals and plants, because crystals also come from the earth. Exactly. Something that could be really helpful to know, especially on your manifestation journey. I think especially because we talk so much about the mind creating, right? That we can get really stressed if we have thoughts come up that are in doubt of our manifestation. Something that can be helpful to know is that sometimes your thoughts are just an output of your nervous system. And what I mean by that is, when your nervous system is really activated, you'll notice, right, things like stress, you'll feel adrenaline, you'll feel tension in your body, you'll feel anxiety, you'll feel fear. And we think that that's the only thing that, or like the way we experience our nervous system. But another way you experience an output of your activated nervous system is by thoughts. So that can be inspiring, those thoughts of fear, those thoughts of doubt. But that also means that that's not running the show in regard to your manifestation. It's just letting you know that you have an activated nervous system. And then you can do something about that. You can come here, receive Reiki. You can do somatic practices. You can just remind yourself, oh, all right, that's fine. My nervous system can be afraid because this world has given us that message. But I can still know who I am and that I create. And it's only when we give meaning to those doubts, right? When we've decided that that must mean that I'm not going to get my manifestation, that's then you manifesting that, right? So I just remind myself, oh, okay, doubts and fears can just be coming from an activated nervous system because I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm choosing more. Then it doesn't have to mean anything, right? You get to decide what this all means. And sometimes it's just a reminder to be loving and kind to yourself. I know there's a quote somewhere around, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So you can even look at it like that. Oh, okay, I've got fear, doubt coming up as I'm manifesting this new thing, this bigger thing, because my dream is actually big. And that means that I'm believing in myself. I'm choosing me. I'm calling in greater for myself. There's an inherent self-belief in that. There's an inherent claim that you deserve what it is that you desire to manifest when you really allow yourself to dream big. So don't be afraid of the fears and the doubts. That is just a sign, ironically, that you believe in yourself. Because you chose something big and beautiful, because you deserve something big and beautiful in your life. So as we were just talking about, that if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. Let us also expand your energy to hold the magnitude and the greatness of that which you are manifesting. So I invite you to relax. It helps with expanding your energy out. Sometimes it can feel strange to be spacious when we're so used to being very dense and anxious about things. That's okay. Doesn't make it wrong. and also grounding your energy down. You can imagine as though energetic roots are coming out from the bottom of your feet, moving down into the earth. Deep and wide. So not just down, like directly underneath you, but also spread out. Take up space. You are supported by the earth and the entire universe. You have these desires because they're yours. They're meant to be yours. They already are yours, actually. You're just allowing them now. So we're actually going to move through the chakras from root to, I almost said rise, like I'm a yoga teacher. Root to crown, and then back down again, because that's part of materializing your manifestation. So, beginning with your root chakra, you can imagine the color red. It has to do with your feeling secure and safe. It's found at the base of your spine, sometimes a little lower. This is where we can have those beliefs around maybe not feeling safe to have what we want. And so let's just clear anything that's impacting your sense of safety and security. So that you can have a foundation to really bring in and embody the one who has your desire. Sometimes we can have emotions come up, and that's totally fine. It's perfect, actually. Whatever you are experiencing is perfect. And then moving up to our second chakra, you can imagine it as kind of an orange color. creativity, the energy of life, other energies. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say on TikTok. I can also think it was kind of like a sensual energy, the energy of being alive. And then moving to our solar plexus. It's like the energy of, I got this, I'm getting things done. You can imagine it as the color yellow, bright like the sun, though the sun can be all sorts of colors. This has a lot of like active moving energy in it, in this chakra. I think also it's around you really knowing you're capable. So even in this theme of manifestation today, that you are capable of having, of calling in, of deciding that this is yours. I even notice myself moving faster. Like, this is the energy of this part, right? I kind of also experience it as like playfulness. I feel like we forget that sometimes with our manifestation. We get really serious. We're here to play. We're here to create. Creativity has an element of playfulness in it. And then moving into your heart chakra. You have such a big heart. I get a sense it's really easy for you to love people and things and the earth. And also, I want you to include you in this, in that which you love. So deeply, so passionately, so unconditionally. So freely. What if there was nothing wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with your body. There's nothing wrong with your bank account. There's nothing wrong with your relationships. There's nothing wrong with you and how you show up in your relationships. There's nothing wrong with what you desire. And I come from a background where I was very religious. I actually have a Master's of Divinity. I'm no longer religious, but that's okay. I think sometimes there are different things that can give us the message that it's wrong for us to desire what we want. It's not wrong. And also, if religion is something you love, that's not wrong either. You truly get to have whatever you desire. And then moving into our throat chakra. This is like the power of let there be light and there is light, right? This is the power of speaking your desires into reality. When you allow your voice to be open and strong, you even notice I'm getting louder, I feel it. This is the energy of I am allowed to claim whatever I desire. What I say goes. I know sometimes people have used that as like an authoritarian power over you, but this is you claiming your authority in your reality. So let's just break away, cancel, delete, dissolve anywhere where somebody spoke over you. And try to take your power or block your power. No. Woo. Are you guys, yeah. I see the hearts. I'm feeling it. Yeah, it is time to claim your voice. Wow, you have such a beautiful voice. You have things to say. You have people that want to hear you. They're waiting for you to speak your truth. We forget, I think, sometimes that all the things we're manifesting contribute to the whole world. This isn't just a selfish thing. You are connected to everyone and everything. As you become free, as you become empowered, as you claim and use your voice, this opens the door for others as well. Don't ever think that you're being selfish. And also, there's nothing wrong with that. I think selfishness gets such a bad rap. I think especially to keep women and femme individuals small and not really claiming our space in this world. So, no. I know I've been saying no a couple of times. I get that sense too around like opening the throat chakra, around like you setting boundaries. You saying no to anybody trying to tell you what your life gets to be. Yeah. Yeah. And now, that one was fun. And now moving into the third eye chakra. So that you can see who you really are. You can see your manifestations in your reality. You can see that the way has always been open. The path is before you. There's actually nothing in your way. And you can finally see that now. Also, too, and I say this from experience, if one of the things that opening your third eye does is to allow you to experience and be more into your like psychic abilities, we're also going to just dissolve any fears around that, any fear of like what you're really capable of being aware of. Because just because you're aware of something doesn't have to mean anything. You still get to decide how things show up. You get to decide how you're going to use your gifts. You get to decide, yeah, all of it. So just dissolving any fear around you and your abilities. Oof. I know even I personally I'm opening up more. I used to be really afraid of that sort of thing until I've been practicing the sense of sovereignty in my own reality. And now moving to your crown. Allowing there to be clarity, spaciousness, openness to receive your connection to the universe. The universe is not something that's greater than you. It is you. And so you're connecting in with you. Sometimes I like to think about it as, oh, I get to be curious. Like, who am I? As my universe self. Who are you in your expansion? Your divinity. Your oneness. Do you notice how it's kind of silent? There's like a really beautiful quietness about the crown. Don't mistake silence for nothingness. They're not the same. You can just be peaceful. And sometimes when you sit with the silence of that sort of expanding into oneness, then you start getting a sense of, whoa, there's actually so much support. It's actually really lively. And so as I said, we're also going to go back down. Down does not mean dense. There's a difference between low frequency, high frequency, and then the actual practice of just like grounding yourself, as you know, I'm sure. And so beginning with the crown, now that we've expanded out, also receiving in, allowing ourselves to be flooded with that beautiful white light. And if you feel anything in your body, like heaviness or dizziness, you can just invite yourself to expand back out, because sometimes our mind tries to get in there and figure things out. It's okay. It's okay to relax. Bringing it down into our third eye. Reminding ourselves that I can see, and it's safe for me to see. It's safe for me to be aware. I can discern what's right for me. And I get to see my manifestations in my reality. Also, especially in regard to manifestation, the sense of like your imagination, your inner sight, how powerful that is in creating. And often in like the law of assumption, they talk about your imagination being reality. So really, I think in this, the third eye, also just opening up to your power. Bringing that again down to your voice. Speaking your truth, your desires. Knowing that you are the one that gets to say what goes. Bringing that down into your heart. And you can receive all of the love that is here for you, that the universe has for you. That you're not only loving outward, but you get to receive it in 10 times over. There are no wasted years, there's no wasted time. I think someone just needed to hear that. Moving down to your solar plexus. You are capable. You are strong. You are powerful. You shine brightly. And then farther down, for some reason I just cannot remember what this one's called right now. Too much energy moving. Down into your second chakra. Someone can remind me. But you can imagine it as the color orange. And this also is that sense of like really embodying your manifestation. This is like you get to walk, talk, feel, emote as the person who has your thing. So like, I notice I'm doing like a little like swiveling action. You're welcome to do a little movement. Start bringing in, like really like grounding down into your body, your embodiment, your manifestation. Your creative powerhouse. It's like that place of the womb, of the, I am birthing something new into this reality. And also, it's always been there, in one sense. And then rooting it down, right? I am safe. I am secure. I am supported. I am here on this planet, not by accident. Do you know the literal chances of you being on this planet in this exact moment? I looked it up once. It's astronomical. It's like 1 in a trillion billion or something. It's insane. There's an actual like statistical possible like reality of the chances of you being here right now. So we're rooting into that. We're rooting into the fact that this was not an accident. This was meant. You chose to be here. You're meant to be here. You are supported in being here. The earth also doesn't play around. So if you are here on this planet, the earth is not playing with you. You're such a gift. Wow. This last part, especially around the chakras, I might just have to clip out as its own when I post the recording of this. I'll definitely post the whole or replay of this whole live, but like best particular was really powerful. And I'm like really thankful for the folks that are here live. You got to be a part of this energy as it was being created, as it was being called in. So I will close this out somewhat soon, not quite yet. That was really powerful. So let's just also be in like a gentle easing into now what you just shifted, what you just created, what you just claimed and are owning as yours. So just maybe taking a few deep breaths. Relaxing into this. You did so much today. There is no going back now. I hate to break it to you. There's no going back now. There's no being small again. There's no accepting less now. There's no... What's the word? Oh, underestimating yourself. There it is. There's no underestimating yourself anymore. And if you ever need to watch this to be reminded, that's okay, but that doesn't mean you've lost anything, because there's no going back now. Sometimes that's why we haven't fully stood in our manifestation, because we know that if we did, there would be no going back. But you, my friend, are ready for greatness. You are ready to have this that you desire. You wouldn't be here live or in the replay if this wasn't the case. Did I mention the statistical anomaly part? No. Oh, yay, hi, yes. Bitteschön. I know a few words in German since I'm in Germany right now. I definitely need to learn more. Yay, that's awesome. So this was lavender from Germany, just for you. And all of us. Okay. We're going to close this out now. I am so, so grateful for you. Grounding it down. Thank you so much for being here. I plan to go live pretty often. I'm enjoying it. I've just recently created this page, and I have a series going on the page about energy healing to support your nervous system in moving out of a chronic freeze state. And then also, I don't have the ability to have a clickable link yet because I need 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers. But I've written it out. If you do want to check out my links for my mini course on sovereignty, or sessions, or guided journals, I've got lots of different things you can check out. You'll have to type it in, but you'll go see. It's just Linktree/luxhealing, luxhealing. Yeah. So thank you so much again. I'll be back. You'll see another day 13. I think we're on day 13 of the nervous system series, so that'll be later on today. And yeah, I might just post, random healings as I feel called to do so, but there's usually at least 2 a day. I've been doing live, and then also, I think we're timing out here. Wait, hold on. Tik Tok gave me a thing. They're like, you've been on too long. No, I've been on just the amount of time that's perfect. So I'll see you here again soon. Thank you so much.